Yeah, like I got so much done, but I don't know, I guess I just never thought of it that way.
Because you get nervous because then you see my post, the next one, you're like, oh crap, I have to go to the
Right.
next one. And you know you only have a time limit. But if you do that
Yeah.
during your power hour at home, it keeps you from scrolling. And like you're like, oh, I'm going to add 5 people. And then you scroll forever and ever and ever. And you
Right.
look for people to start conversations with, and you start scrolling forever. So when you have to do it on a time limit, then it makes you just like focus and knock it out, and your hour is so much more successful because then you feel like it's done versus all the scrolling and spending hours on it.
Yeah, it made it a lot easier for me anyway.
Yeah. And so if you're doing that every day, you're setting yourself up to be successful because you're always starting those conversations. You're always adding new people, and you're making sure that you're doing every single thing that you should be doing every day. I'm going to set like a little timer thing that you guys can use. So when you do your power hours, you can even set it on your phone, set it for 5 minutes and do exactly how we did it, and do that during the week or whatever days you're doing it. So that way you just knock it out versus going through and going a lot slower.
Yeah.
Okay, what I wanted to talk about tonight. Did you guys have any questions about any of those? No?
No.
Okay, and comments that you guys wrote, I'm going to go back to and check. So if you asked me something in one of those, I'll go back and read some of your stuff because I didn't want to end up not posting for you guys if I was reading people's stuff. So I will go back if you asked a question in that. And then I wanted to talk about the new files that I added. Have any of you guys looked at them yet?
I think I looked at a couple of them, but not all of them. There's just so many.
I know. I posted a ton that day. So if you guys have questions on anything, let me know. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to be putting together like a binder so that I'm more organized, because I feel like sometimes we have so much stuff and you don't really know where to go with it. So I'm going to organize a binder, and once I have that together, then I'll share that with you guys. So if you need to do that, you can do it too. That way you know where to go, if it's something for rank, if it's something for elite, being an elite coach, if it's something just for like challenge groups, you'll have it all in one spot versus when you need something having to go all over the place. One of the things I posted in there was the Star Diamond bonus schedule, just so you guys know that that's not applying to anyone really yet, but it just says when bonuses come out. Someone asked recently about bonuses this week, so that's in there. And then there is a team builder tracker, and if you print that off, it is probably like 25 pages, but it's pretty much like a little business builder. And so you'll print it off. It looks like this. And it has tons of different stuff, like inviting to groups, inviting to coach. If you're doing your power hour, social media, it's tons of different stuff, but it's like 20 or 25 pages. So when you print it, know that it's going to take a little bit to print. And then Backstage Pass into Coaching is going to be Thursday. It will be 7 o'clock in the morning till 7 p.m. Posts every single hour. I'm going to open it tomorrow's Wednesday, right? I'm going to open it tomorrow in the morning for you guys. I'll probably actually open it tonight for you guys when we get off this call. And then you guys can add people in tomorrow. I already have the welcome video done, so I'll post the welcome video and then start adding people in tomorrow. For people that are doing, if you did a video last time, you can keep the same video unless you wanted to redo it, but all the videos that I had were good. The only thing that I need different is if you did not post it to YouTube, I need it posted to YouTube because I can't copy the links over. And what I'm finding out in my training, I don't use my YouTube very often, but my new goal is going to be to start posting 2 YouTube videos a week. And it's just so that YouTube is a whole nother platform that you can be sharing what you're learning, sharing your journey, and having those videos up there. And plus, as your coach, I know sometimes I post videos and I give you guys like a ton of information. So it's like 15 minutes. And it's a lot harder for you guys to watch 15 minutes versus if I just post like, here you go, 3 minutes, and it's just one fact or one little thing of information. So it's going to help me get information to you guys in a quicker, better fashion, I think. So I'm going to start using my YouTube a lot more, and then hopefully I can help you guys more with it because I'm not a YouTube person yet. So I don't really know all the information about it. But, and then Backstage Pass, I'll do the post 7 o'clock in the morning till 7 o'clock at night. So just know that if people are in there, tag them in posts. Make sure you tag them like in the first welcome video so that they know, hey, watch this video. This is how it's going to work, because we want it to run smoothly. You don't want to just add someone in and then leave them hanging. Then make sure you check in with them too. I know a lot of you guys have jobs and are going to be working. So just when you get a break at work, you know, you can check in with them and be like, hey, did you have any questions on the videos? And then some of them might not be able to get on till night anyway. So that will be that. And then if anyone new wanted to do a video, we do have some videos still, so I can tell you what videos if you wanted to do it. Does anyone new want to do a video?
Well, like what kind of videos are we talking about exactly?
So what the videos are pretty much is like one's on challenge groups, one's on coaching. Let me see which one so that we would actually need. So there's one that we could switch out because it's not a coach from our team, it's a coach from like our upline. And the reason we're trying to do them separate now is just so that we have, when people join, we want them to know our team. So the more of us that are coaching and involved in the team, we want to be sharing like our journeys, our income, our opinions on it versus just having everyone in the upline. I don't have all of my sheets right now, so I'll have to look, but we didn't have too many videos that we needed switched out. Yeah, I'll have to double check. The only video right now that I know for sure we would need is the one about, is it a pyramid? And if someone wants to do it, I can give you the information that we want in it. Amanda, were you ever in a Backstage Pass?
No.
Okay, so you know what? I can't add you into the last one. So maybe this one, just watch it and see how it's run. And then you'll see. So what it is every hour we post a video, and all the videos are 5 minutes long. And there's a certain order that it goes in. So like it will say like, what does coaching offer? Next one will be a part of something bigger. How do I grow my business on social media? I like write who posts what videos, but then I write like a little caption and I post the 5-minute video. Anyone can either comment if they're live. I'm on all day to like answer really fast, but if they're not, they can just ask us later. And what I tell people when I do these is just tag me if they have a question so that I know, you know, that they're my challenger, and then I get the message, because sometimes people just write it and you might not see that you're the person you added asked. So I always just say, tag me if you have questions in it, and then go from there. Okay. Okay. Success Club. Sorry. Success Club this month, just so you guys all know, I talked about it the other day, but it is a hard month for everybody. I have sent out tons of invites, and Amy is rocking it. I think Amy's at Success Club 8, right? Yeah. What? Amy's at Success Club 8. So she is leading the team right now and kicking ass. So yeah, so don't get discouraged though. Sometimes you have months that like you'll have a lot of previous challengers who all of a sudden are ready to go. Maybe you ask them like month after month after month, and it took 5 months, but maybe now they want to join. And you'll have months like that, or you might have a month that you're like, gosh, no one wants it. And those are the months that you have to work a little bit harder and invite more and just work on personal development, because that personal development is what's going to get you through it. Whenever I'm having like a crappy day, or I'm like, I've sent so many invites out, that's when I go and do my personal development and add in an extra 15 minutes. And then it gets you going. And then also Amy is going, we're going to talk a little bit about rank. So Amy is the diamond coach of the team, obviously, and she was diamond, and then she lost her diamond for a little bit, and then she got it back. So I don't know if people knew that on the team, but she's going to talk a little bit about that tonight, just because rank advancement it can be hard, and it can be hard when you're trying to grow and you get to a certain point in your business and you're like, yes, I got there, like I'm at diamond. And then if you don't keep the momentum going and you're not ready for everything that comes with it, you could end up losing it. So it is hard. It is awesome when you get to a new rank. It's awesome when you get to 1-star, 2-star, and as you go up. But you have to keep the momentum moving forward, because if you get too excited and then you just stop and you think like, I'm solid, the thing about this business is there's people that go all in and then they end up, I've had coaches that hit Success Club their first month, they'll get like 8 points. The second month they'll hit again. And then the third month they're like, hey, this isn't for me. Like, I don't want to do it anymore. So it happens. And you're like, what? You did awesome. Like, you're doing awesome. And you don't know really why that happens, but it just happens sometimes. And a lot of times those are the people that aren't doing the personal development and they don't really get that part of it. So then when they have to start working a little more or have a hard month, they fall off. But okay, I'm going to now hand it over to Amy, and she is going to talk about her situation.
Yeah. Well, kind of like you gave a good, very broad of what I'm going to talk about, but that's basically it, guys. Like, working towards a rank is awesome, and like everybody you should always be working towards a rank, because that's how you're going to build your business. You can't make money if you're not rank advancing. You can only make so much money off of commissions. You'll get to a point that you'll hit a lull, like you just won't be able to make any more money. So you have to rank advance, because that's when you get your bonuses and when you start building the team underneath you and all of that. So for me, I started coaching I think it was like April, and I started out slow. I was not like jumping in all in the beginning, but it kind of like, the fever kind of catches and you're like, all right, yeah, I'm going to do this. And I got really excited because I was doing a diamond push group that I was able to, if I went diamond, I got to make money. It was like I had to pay to get into it. And then there was like a pot, and if you made diamond during that, you got money. So I was super motivated. I was like, I am doing this no matter what it takes. I'm going diamond this month, and I'm going to get a piece of this pot and do it. So I pushed and I did it, and I was on a roll. Like, I went diamond in I think it was like my 4th month of coaching.
Wow.
I went diamond, and it was super exciting, and it was awesome. And I also got to qualify initially there's a big retreat happening. A lot of you probably don't know about it if you're newer, but there's a big retreat happening, and I qualified initially for that. But I totally didn't realize what it took to hold rank at all. I just figured my girls, I had mostly discount coaches. It was people that were just challengers that were drinking Shakeology. They loved Shakeology and they wanted to keep drinking it, and they wanted to get a discount for it. So I was like, well, they love Shakeology. Cool. I'm set now. They're good. And for a few months it worked out. They were really they were drinking their shakes and they were working out and stuff. But I definitely slacked a little on keeping up with them and keeping track with them. And that's where it ended up hurting, because eventually everyone stopped drinking their shakes daily, and then they would delay their orders, and they would cancel their orders, and people were just I wasn't getting responses from people anymore. And at that point too, because I had taken this step back, I thought my diamond was I'm good, I'm diamond now, I don't have to do anything else. Well, I kind of stopped building. I stopped adding people. I stopped looking for coaches and looking for people that I wanted to work with. So it's really just important. I think the biggest lesson I really learned is no matter what, even if you are a 5-star diamond or 15-star diamond, people could constantly be dropping off if you're not talking to them daily, weekly, checking in with them regularly. And that was a big wake up call for me. So it took me a while to get it back. I was actually up and down for a few weeks. It was I was diamond, and then I was ruby, and then I was emerald, and then I was ruby again, and then I was diamond. And it's very stressful, and you don't want to put that stress on yourself when you're going for this, because it was for me, this leadership retreat to Utah was kind of always on the line, and there was certain deadlines that I had to get to hit it and stuff like that, and to be able to go. So I knew I needed to get it back, but I also knew that I needed to get it back with a solid team. I wasn't just going to get whoever I could to sign up. And that's important too. Like when you're building your team, you want to be making sure that you're building a team of people that you want to be working with. Because I think, and it's not that I didn't want to be working with these people. It was just some of the people that I signed up, it was literally because I was like, the in kind of happened. Like we were talking and like the one girl, her boyfriend was going to sign up too. So I was like, well, why don't you become a coach so that you can make money off your boyfriends or whatever. And it wasn't, she didn't really want to work the business. She didn't, she wasn't really that interested. And so really it wasn't somebody that I would look for again. I wouldn't go that approach ever again. I would like make sure it was something that they actually wanted to do or make sure that it was in their best interest. So it was a lot of lessons, but yeah, the biggest thing really is just no matter what, as you're building, like even if you hit diamond, 2-star, 5-star, like you need to keep going. You never lose your momentum. Pretty much just like keep going for emerald over and over again. Keep going for diamond over and over again. I feel like it's kind of the best advice I can give. Like don't ever, just because you hit one, just keep doing the same actions. And it's the same actions. It's inviting people to challenge groups. It's helping people get results, making sure people are, loving what they're doing and that they're happy with it. I've had a lot of people that fall off because they didn't like the program that they got in the first place. And then it's like, if you're not talking to them and you're not finding that stuff out about them, then, you don't know. And then all of a sudden they're just not doing any of it anymore. And it's like, well, what happened? Like, oh, well, I didn't really like it, or it hurt my knees or whatever. And it's like, oh, well, if I had been following up more, I would have known. We could have gotten them the right program or got them the flavor that they liked of Shakeology. That has happened too. People stop drinking it because they just think they don't like it or they don't like that flavor. So following up constantly is definitely the biggest thing that I can tell you with coaches, with challengers, with everybody, because you want everybody to stick around, whether or not they're going to become a coach. You want everybody to stick around because that's why we're here, is to help everybody and to help everybody reach their goals and get results. And I think that's Carl Deichler's big thing right now, is get results. So, so you want to be constantly, like I said, constantly following up. I message the people in my challenge groups and my coaches, my discount coaches and my regular coaches, like all the time. I am constantly in contact with them. And there's been times where they've told me like, thank you for reaching out and saying something, because I wouldn't, they probably wouldn't have come to me with like a concern or something like that, or needing a different approach or different support and stuff like that. So I don't know. Does anyone have any questions? Because I feel like I'm just rambling.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is kind of like, so I get like diamond, like you have to have 4 and 4, and then you have to, so can you explain like, okay, from there, then how does 1-star work? Like, does that mean, I know this is like, in my head, I literally think like you have to go diamond twice.
No.
Like, is that how it works?
No. 1-star, any stars that you get on, like the way to earn stars is when your coaches underneath you start becoming diamond. So like, you can't, if you are working like your husband's business, your boyfriend's, or a parent's business or something like that, you could get a star by building their business. So it is you doing it twice. So like Carly, like for example, because you're my coach, if you go diamond, that puts me at 1-star.
Okay.
So it's from
Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah. So that's the other thing. When you do have people building the business, you want to also be constantly supporting them, helping them reach their goals, because that's what helps you rank against further.
And with that being said, also, like Amy said, you want to be going, so when you get to Emerald and you have a coach on both sides, you don't want to just be like, okay, I'm Emerald coach on both sides, because one of those coaches could be someone that falls off. They tell you in the beginning when you start, when I went to Nashville last year, they told us that the people that are usually your first people, your first customers that become either discount coaches or regular coaches, a lot of them don't end up staying with you. A lot of top coaches will tell you that they had their first 1 or 2 coaches didn't end up staying. So it does happen. And in the beginning, that's when you're learning the most. But make sure when you go Emerald, your next goal is then to get another coach on both sides. But you want to make sure that, like Amy said, there are people that want to be there. You don't want to be forcing anyone to coach. You don't want to be having anyone switch if they don't really like Shakeology. You want to really be focusing in on them and helping them in those challenge groups, getting them the best results they can get, because they're going to feel the best, which is going to make you feel the best. And those people are going to be the ones that see the benefits of what we have. If you're just selling something And then you're moving on, you're doing your Success Club points, and the next month, you know, you're ready to hit Success Club again, but you don't stay on top of those other people. Well, those people don't get the results that they want. They feel like you just wanted to make a sale. And then they also just feel like they spent money and got nothing for it. So you want to make sure I message my challengers outside of the big group too. In my Fit Club, I think you guys are all in it now, but in my Fit Club, I write in there, but then I also send private messages to people, especially the ones who aren't checking in. Some people, I have a few girls right now who do their program every day, drink their shake every day. They do personal development, like they buy the books when I say it. But on my actual Facebook page, they don't ever, like if I post something on my Facebook page, they don't ever like anything. You wouldn't even know that they know me because they don't ever like anything or comment. But they private message me and they're getting awesome results, but they just don't feel comfortable talking in the groups yet. And so I just make sure I always check in with them and I'm always there to support them. And write down, if you need to keep track of anyone who signed up to this point, write down all their names. Even if it's, you know, once every few days, just sending a message, or maybe it's twice a week that you send a message and say, hey, check in, you know, did you drink your Shakeology? How did your nutrition go? How did working out go? Because if someone's not losing weight, you want to know why. Because they have a program, they have the shakes, they have you as a coach, and they have the nutritional part. So if they aren't losing weight, there has to be a reason why, and you don't want them to just not lose weight and fall off. You want to figure out the reason why. Maybe they don't like the shakes. Maybe the shakes give them a stomach ache. Maybe they just have no motivation to work out. I had a girl one time that needed me to message her at like 4 o'clock in the morning because she lived in Florida. So I would, or it was 4 o'clock in the morning for me, I think. But I would get up, it was 4:15, get up, message her. I would send her a text at 4:15 to have her get up, and then I would go back to bed. But the only reason I did that is because when I reached out to this girl, she told me like, hey, I can't get out of bed in the morning. Like I just don't have the motivation to. My alarm goes off and I just keep shutting it off. So I was like, well, here's the thing. You spent money on a program and it's going to make me crazy if you don't use it. So I'll get up in time for you and text you when your alarm goes off if that's going to help. And she said, yeah. So for like the first 2 or 3 weeks, we did that every single day. I sent her that text and went right back to bed. I just set my alarm. And it sounds stupid, but that person ended up getting awesome results, and she wouldn't have done it on her own. She knew like, hey, I can't do it on my own. I need your help. And that it wasn't like the best time of my life to be getting up at that time, but knowing that I helped someone get past that fear, and now she works out every single morning. So knowing that, you know, maybe adding a little, messing up my sleep a little bit sucked for that 2 weeks, but it was worth it in the end because now I have someone who's been working out for almost a year. She's losing all this weight. She's feeling awesome. She made it a lifestyle change, and you feel good about it. I don't look at her and be like, gosh, remember that 2 weeks you made me get up and you know, ruin my morning. Like, I don't look at it like that at all. I'm so happy that she said like, hey, I can't do this on my own. And, so really check in, find out why. And people are nervous to tell you if they don't like the Shakeology. Stephanie, my new coach, Stephanie, is a perfect example of someone. She was drinking the shakes and she ended up privately messaging me and was like, okay, I hate these shakes. Like, they just are not good. What are you doing? And I ended up talking to her about it, and I was like, hey, try the recipe I'm making, because everyone makes them differently, and someone might love the recipe I do, someone might not. So I gave her the recipe that I was using at the time, and then she started making it, and she loved Shakeology. So sometimes it's just as simple as that recipe, but since they know, like, my coach loves it, she's always talking about it, she's always posting about it, it makes them feel like, okay, I can't be the only one. Plus, they're seeing everyone in your group being like, I love it. I love it. It makes me feel so good. And then they don't want to be the only one like, I hate it, and it makes me never want to drink it. So just be aware and really focus in on your challengers. Like, that is the best advice I can give you, is the people that you put the time into, that you make sure they're doing their personal development, make sure they're working out and drinking their shakes. Those are the people that are getting what they're supposed to get out of the whole entire package. And it's not just a Success Club point. at all. And it's not just getting people to be on your team. It's getting people results is what comes first. Getting people to see how this changes their life, because that's what makes these programs awesome. And that's what it's really all about. Do you guys have any questions? Oh, and just so we know, Emerald is 2 coaches, one on your right, one on your left. Then when you go Diamond, it's a Emerald on both sides. And then you have 4 coaches on your left and 4 coaches on your right. So one of those are both Emeralds. Then after that, like Amy said, then your stars are when your coaches go Diamond. And all that means is that you're helping your coaches help other people. And also what I'm going to start doing in my challenge groups, starting in February, I'm going to do a plank challenge for the month. I'm going to start adding in like 1 month of something, some sort of challenge. So like maybe we're doing squats for a month, maybe we're doing ab work, but it's going to be a separate challenge that they can add into their workout just to challenge them a little more and show them that, you know, I'm putting time into it and not just only having that program for them, but adding extra. And then I'm also going to do a challenger of the month, which I think we talked about on a team call before. I think Pam brought that up. I am going to do a challenger of the month, and I'm going to start doing a coach of the month too. Just because I think it's important that we are pointing out people that are doing awesome, even if it's just you're posting like awesome posts that are really inspiring, whatever it is, maybe that month you rocked on your personal development through the whole month. But there will be 1 coach, and then there will be 1 challenger that I pick. And then there's one other thing I'm doing and then in my challenge group, I'm going to have everyone measure in the beginning of February. And then I'm going to also have them weigh themselves. And at the end of the month, I'm going to have everyone tell me inches and how many pounds they lost. And every month I'm going to start keeping track. So I know as a group how many pounds and inches people are losing every single month, because that number should be going up every month if you're really helping them. Plus, that's another reason to keep people going, because they know at the end of the month they get to share what they lost, and they don't want to share that they didn't lose anything because they sat on their couch. So I think them just having that little motivation every month to say, hey, I lost a few pounds. Yesterday, I seriously had like 4 different people message me about weight they had lost, and I was like so excited because they hadn't really been saying anything. And then I had a bunch of challengers all the same day be like, I am at this weight and I just lost this much, and it was really cool. But I think it will be awesome to have like keep track of how many pounds are lost. I did not. Sorry, I'm reading Pam's.
Oh, as a team, that would be cool.
Yes, we could do that as a team too. Are you talking about like us as a team?
Oh.
Or like how many each of our challengers lost, everyone combine it? Yes. We could do that as long as everyone keeps track. Then you have to make sure you're finding out from your challengers how much they're losing. And someone is like, remember for this, someone might not lose as much. So make sure that like when you tell them you're doing this, I'm going to let them know like, some people have, 50 pounds to lose. Some people only have a couple pounds, but they're going to end up toning. So make sure they know, like, this is not to just, make one person, oh, you're awesome because you lost 50 pounds. Because for me, if I lost 50 pounds, like, I'd be sick and something's wrong with me. And
this is not the Biggest Loser.
Yeah. So just make sure that they're aware. And then make sure that I keep bringing up, like, and messaging people who don't feel comfortable with the group. I message them and I keep telling them like, post in the group. It's going to hold you accountable. It's going to hold you accountable. I finally had a girl today in my group that said like, hey, I'm posting. It's my first post and it's so out of my comfort zone, but I'm doing it. And she's been a challenger doing her stuff for like 3 months and she's never posted because she just didn't feel comfortable. And today she finally said, okay, I'm ready. I'm going to start posting. I'm going to start, holding myself accountable. So don't give up on those people. Keep messaging them and keep giving them all the support they need. Another thing, did you guys see in my Fit Club the meal plan? I think I actually posted on our team page too. Did you guys see the Beachbody meal plan that they have? Okay, maybe I didn't post it on our team page. I'll post it. I posted it in my Fit Club for people to fill out. But what it is, if you log in and you go to It's like something, you go to like My Meals, and then you can put in your weight and you can put in how tall you are, if you have a job where you're sitting, standing, and then it also asks about your kind of workouts, like how often, like if you're working out, I think it asks like a lot, a little, not at all. But then at the end of that, you submit it, and then it like picks a plan for you. And it literally tells you Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and has 5 meals. Well, depending on how many you need. Mine is a 2,100 calorie intake. So it gives me all of my meals for all of that. So, and it's different.
I'm a bit jealous of that.
What?
I'm a bit jealous of your calorie intake. I'm still like in that like first category, like 'cause I still want to lean out, like I still want to lose more pounds. So like I haven't bumped up to more containers yet.
Don't be jealous of it. I'm like still trying to just get food down and not feel like I'm going to explode. But you get used to it. But the nice part about it is even if you don't use these meal plans, like if you don't want exactly that, it lets you switch out food. It lets you switch out snacks because maybe it has like pretzels and cheese. I mean, it has like pretzels one day. It has all different stuff. But if you don't like something, you can switch it out. Or if you're like, hey, I'm going to keep the same lunch, it tells you how to keep everything. Like you can just switch it around. So it's really good. I also just shared it with my Fit Club and told them like if they wanted it, because a lot of people struggle with the meal prepping the most and just like meal planning in general. That's that. Do you guys have any more questions? Oh, Super Saturday, because I know we have a lot of new coaches that have not gone to Super Saturday. Super Saturday is 4 Saturdays of the year. And it is an event. Usually it's from like 9 to 12 and it's on a Saturday. Sometimes it will be on a Sunday, but typically it's on a Saturday. They're all over the United States. So no matter where you go, you can go to one. They have them in all states. Chicago, the majority of people on the phone right now are Chicago. So you guys will all be going to the same one. But I go to one out here by myself. And Chicago's is way bigger. So when I came to my first one, I actually brought our coach, Kristen, and it was so small, so it was different. But and now the next one, it was bigger because each month or each time I go, it will probably get bigger and bigger. But corporate sends in a video, so we all watch the same video no matter which one you're at. Different people show up. So like corporate people fly around and go to different locations. There's also like anyone, the higher up coaches, they'll go to different locations and talk. You'll hear success stories. People get up and talk. Either it's a coach that lost tons of weight, or there's been challengers before that were challengers and became coaches, and then they talk about that. You walk away feeling really awesome from it because you hear all the success story, and it's just a reminder of how amazing it all is, and people coming off of medications and people losing tons and tons of pounds. There was a girl at the first one I went to, and she had talked, and she was up there and she was still a little like kind of overweight. She wasn't someone that you probably would look at and think she was even working out yet. But her story was amazing because she got up there and in 1 year she had lost 100 pounds. And she felt amazing. And to see these before pictures and have her standing in front of us, it was so crazy to me that like she even was that person at one point. But she lost 100 pounds in 1 year. She's now a coach. She just talked about all the challenges she went through, which program she used. She drank her shake every day. She talked about struggles she went through. But it was just seriously so amazing to me that like it was like a reminder, like these programs work. What we're doing really works. It's not us selling something, because we're not just selling hair products or makeup products or something. We're giving someone something on the inside too. We're giving them a completely different lifestyle. Like for that girl, she lost 100 pounds and, you know, she lost having to feel the way she was feeling, and she gained all this confidence. And that's why going to these are awesome. And you'll meet other coaches in the area. Sometimes they do activities. If there's like shakes that are new or new products, sometimes they'll have them there. They also, you do a live workout too. And so you'll do like a live workout.
Just a disclaimer for all Chicago people. There's no live workout at this next one, which I don't know why. but they put it on there. They're doing a bunch of like elite training or people. It seems like there's more training at this one. I'll post
Oh,
it.
interesting.
But yeah, but it says right on there, like, there is no live workout. They have it scheduled where there's actually like, you know, like different training, like they're doing the videos and the success stories, and then they're doing like a more in-depth training, I think, than they usually. The past couple have been, I feel like, just more. It's been a lot of success stories, which are awesome and great, but they didn't, like, the last one didn't really have like training.
Yeah.
The success stories in the corporate video and the live workout, and it was kind of like, all right, this was cool, but it wasn't like you didn't really.
Well, in South Carolina, the first time I went, it didn't have a workout. And then they asked us, because I'm going to start helping with ours here to grow it. But they even asked us, like, things that we recommended. And to me, I was like that. I loved doing that group workout because to me, it's you're with all these people, you're sweating, like you're all in workout clothes. And it's like just part of the Beachbody culture. And like, if you go to Nashville, it's the same way. When you do that live workout and there's like 20,000 coaches on the street, and they shut that street off. It's at 5 o'clock in the morning, I think we had to be there. And you're out there for 2 hours. We were sweating, and it was literally something that I will never forget in my life. It was one of the best experiences and like coolest experiences ever. Because I'd been to Nashville, I'd gone and drank and had fun. But to have those streets closed and all these people like there because they want to live a healthier life, it was so neat and so cool. And like everyone was just so friendly. Everyone's so friendly at the events. So don't feel nervous. If you have to go to one by yourself, go, because they're fun.
Yeah. I think it's because it's shorter. It's only 3 hours this time instead of 4. The other one.
Oh, awesome.
So.
Yeah, and if you need help finding it, just let us know. We can help you find so that like the one closest to you. The call is going to be ending. Do you guys have any questions for me or Amy? No, everyone's good? I'm going to take a picture.
I just snuck one.
Hold on. I have to get my phone out.
Okay, I'm going to take off my glasses.
I have my glasses on. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Perfect. I'm like the biggest nerd cheesing it up in it. But all right, if you guys think of any questions, just let me know. And everyone have an awesome week. Do personal development tomorrow morning. And make sure you listen to those national wake-up calls every Monday. If you miss it, listen to the recording. Those are going to help you so much. Okay?
All right, bye, everybody.
All right. Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.